Welcome back to my Morrowind Let's Play series. This is going to be the 3A episode. We're going to continue the Morrowind quest here with Caius Casades and do whatever he tells us. So let's get on with that. Are you here to discuss your orders, J. Maximus, or is there something else you want? Get the information from Sharon Gra Musgob at the Balmora Mages Guild like I asked you and report back. Alright. Sharon Gra Musgob. Very smart for an orc. An unhealthy interest in the dark arts, perhaps, but very smart. She's always worried that the temple will bust in and stick her in a fire. And worried with good reason. Alright. Go do that. Where we last left off depends on what was the last episode you watched. In 2A, we went to Antibalas in the Fighters Guild and did an errand for him. We retrieved a Dwemer puzzle box. And to do that, we had to go into a dwarven dungeon called Arkanthan. Rariren Radaris. I'm a sleeper, one among thousands. I bring you a message. Dagoth calls you J. Maximus, and you cannot deny your lord. The Sixth House is risen, and Dagoth is its glory. Oh. This is one of these sleepers. They're these just random people out in the world.
The Sixth House is risen, and Lord Dagoth is its glory.
Dagoth He is the Lord and Father of the mountain. He sleeps, but when he wakes, we shall rise from our dreams, shall sweep our land clean of the Nawa. Why have you denied him? As Lord Dagoth has said, all shall greet him as flesh or as dust. Sixth House. The Sixth House, the sleeping house. House Dagoth, the house of Lord Dagoth. The true house, the one house to welcome all true Dunmer and drive the Nawa from our land. Take heed, Outlander. The day of the reckoning is at hand. Take what you can and leave our place. For when Lord Dagoth comes, this will be no place for you. Very dark. Well, first, friend, I don't care. Second of all, another one. Oh my gosh, they're everywhere. Look, folks, I don't care. And first of all, Lord Dagoth is not my lord. I know who my lord is. And it's not Lord Dagoth. Alright. We'll go see Sharon Musgob.
Make it quick, Outlander.
Sharon Musgob. Let's see, how would an orc sound? How does she sound? I want her to say something to me.
Say your words.
Okay.
You have something to say to me?
Speak quickly.
Okay, very... No interruptions. How many times? Oh, you are one of Caius's associates. That is a different matter. Caius and I have a very satisfactory arrangement, and I'm sure we can come to some sort of agreement, if you will complete a little errand for me. The errand, then, is very simple. I need the skull of Lavule Andrano. You'll find it in Andrano Ancestral Tomb, but take care not to upset the natives. The Dunmer have some peculiar primitive prejudices against necromancy, and take grave objection to unauthorized tomb visits. Lavuli Andrano. He was no one special, a journeyman enchanter. There may be many skulls in Andrano tomb, but you'll have no problem recognizing Lavule's school from the ritual markings. Andrano Ancestral Tomb. The tomb is south of Pelagad, just off the road. Just before you reach the fork where the road goes southwest towards Sedanin and southeast to Vivek. You may need an enchanted blade. Some spirits are immune to normal weapons. Here, take this old short sword. And maybe these old scrolls will come in handy. Yeah, she's right about that. A lot of people are not prepared for this. And they hit a wall when they can't damage the ghosts because they don't do any magic damage. Necromancy. In the Empire, necromancy is a legitimate discipline, though body and spirit are protected property and may not be used without permission of the owner. But in Morrowind, the Dunmer loathe necromancers and put them to death. That's absurd, of course, since the Dunmer summon their own dead to guard tombs and defend the family. Sacred necromancy is righteous, while philosophical necromancy is evil. It's primitive superstition, that's all. She's got some pretty good potions. But what I need to do is enchant my own mace. Let's see where.
I suppose it is my duty to help those less
upstairs
fortunate than myself.
Doesn't have to be anything special, just low amount of fire damage. That'll be enough. Chanting. Now I picked up a soul stone earlier, so that should do nicely. Fire damage, just one. See, it's gonna be touch, I guess. It needs to be a cast when it strikes, so that's good. Iron mace of fire strike. Gold price is 1,034. Keybind that. No, that's wrong. My cat says hello. Right there. Here we go. Eventually I'm going to use slot 1 for a big two-handed mace. There we go. You can see the shimmer effect. That means it's enchanted. Alright, let's see. Already got a good amount of potions.
My patience is limited.
Alright, let's go to Andrano Ancestral Tomb. First thing I'm going to do though is go rest at the Fighters Guild, one of their beds. I always think jump is R and I end up casting magic. And we're off. What level are we at? We're at level 2 with only 3 more skills to go up before we can go to level 3. Alright. To finish what I was saying earlier, what the last episode that you watched, in 2A we went and got the Dormer puzzle box, but in 2B, which you may or may not have watched depending on whether you care about side quests, we did the first 3 quests of the Fighters Guild and also got some upgraded armor, a steel set. So we're going to go to Satanin. And we're going to take a similar route.
Where would you like to go?
To how we got from Satanin to Balmora. So this is going to be quite nostalgic if you've been watching the series. There's a smuggler's cave over there. I need to go in there eventually and clean that smuggler cave out. I just cannot get over how beautiful this Overhaul 3.0 mod looks. I mean, the trees are just gorgeous. I've never really looked at a tree and thought, wow, that looks gorgeous, but it looks great. Wow. The giant mushrooms, the willow tree. Oh, there's a forger. Now, how does this charge work? It does not have very much charge. It's got 28 out of 30 charge. Will it still do damage when it runs out of charge? That's what I want to know. I don't care if it does fire damage. I just want to know if it'll hurt the ghosts and the spirits. Alright. Quick save. You know what? Let's rest outside. Rest. Oh, my rest has been interrupted. Okay, let's go back inside. Now let's quick save. Go downstairs and find the skull of Lavule. It's an adventurer. Looks like he didn't fare too well. See, now there's a ghost. Let's go kill that ghost. Haha. Ghost, how can you kill that which is already dead? Let's check all their urns for loot. We're gonna hug the left wall to search this place. I can imagine on YouTube that this is very dark. Let's turn the brightness up some. Can we do that? I don't know if we can. Is that what gamma correction does? Yes, yes it is. Alright, for the duration of this tomb delving, I'm gonna leave it up. Let's kill this skeleton. Oh wow, that was quite effective. Wow, I'm impressed. Wow, that just looks pretty terrible.
I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. That looks much better. Sorry folks, I'll have to do the best I can. Maybe I can find a torch, grab them fire salts. Skeleton archer. I need to heal up with a heal. Ooh, enchanted arrows, those are quite good. So, trying to shoot some arrows. Enchanted arrows. And what's his face over here, the skeleton? No, well, that ain't working. Let's get out the old mason board. The Nord character I was playing made a R sound like a pirate. He's supposed to be a Nord paladin, not a Nord pirate. Oh, the whispering is getting quite loud right now. I wonder what they're saying. Probably saying, "Get out! Get out of my house! I'm trying to sleep! Get out! Get out now!" We'll be gone shortly, folks. We'll go down there in a bit. First, I want to hug this left wall. Cool heart. On me. More gold. More talking. Oh, now here's a corpus monster. These can be quite dangerous, not in how much melee damage they do, or how hard they are to kill, but rather... Oh, man, he can reach me from all the way back there? Not... They're dangerous because of the disease they can apply when they melee you. And they will really mess you up. So trying to kill him. Quickly, yep, he gave me a disease. Wait, did he? I'm not sure. No? I don't think he did. If he did, it would be down here. I think he applied some kind of fire damage. Ooh, petty soldier. Man, that's loud. Alright, let's get out. Continue to hug the left wall. Oh wow, that is dark. That is very dark. I can't even see that. See, I'm gonna have to try and use the minimap. It would be quite scary if I came across a monster all of a sudden. There's something in my way. I can't proceed forward. Okay. Wait, I just saw something. There's a door there. Some kind of classroom, I think. Alright, well, let's go back. Alright, I finally found where the skull is. Now if you look where I'm looking right now, can you see the skull? I still can't see it, but if I change my angle of perspective, I can. Right here. The shadows are not so good. It's sitting right there. You can see a little better now. So I'm gonna get it. There's also a dagger here. I'm gonna pick that up. That'll make a nice sell. And I'm gonna make my way out of this blasted dungeon and go back to civilization. Oh man, that was not easy. I hate it when I have to go and look at other people's solutions to problems that I can't figure out on my own. It makes me feel like I've failed. Alright, we have reached the exit. Almost. We're gonna go back to Saint Denis, take the Silt Strider back to Balmora, and then take the skull back to the Sharon Musgrogob. And we'll be on our way. This skybox is just it's just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, look at that. Look at that beautiful moon. If this were Saul's theme, I'd be looking behind me for a werewolf. Go back to Balmora.
We make a special trip just for Saint.
Speak quickly. Speak quickly, Outlander, or go away.
Head downstairs. And I'll be right back.
Say your words.
Alright, we are back. We're going to talk to Sharon Musgob and give her the skull. Again, is this about the errand you are doing for me? Very good. I'll just take that skull from you. Perfect for what I have in mind. Thank you. Now, as I promised, I'll answer your questions on the Neverrain cult. Go ahead. This Ashlander cult believes the long dead hero Neverrar will be reborn to honor ancient promises to the tribes. According to legend, the prophesized Neverrain will cast down the false gods of the tribunal temple, restore the traditional ancestor worship practiced by the Ashlanders, and drive all Outlanders from Morrowind. Both temple and empire outlaw the cult. But it persists among the Ashlanders, who care little for imperial or temple law. Here, take this copy of my notes on the topic for chaos. Neverrar. Neverrar is a first-age hero of the Dunmer people. He was a great general and leader. He helped form the first council and united the Dunmer houses against foreign invaders, aided by the traitorous
the traders of House Dagoth. He triumphed over Morrowind's enemies at Red Mountain, but died in the battle.
Neverine.
The Ashlanders have a prophecy that the legendary hero Nervarar will be reborn. They call this reincarnated hero the Nervarine.
And that is a very key part to the main quest lore and story. So if you remember any part of this episode, remember this. That the Nervar, or the Nervar is the legendary hero of past times. But he's said to be reincarnated into, I don't know, someone that will reinstate the ability to believe in certain faiths. Because right now, anyone that does that is persecuted. And they do a couple of other things, which we'll find out later. So yeah, we're going to pursue this, see what happens. Alright. You know, I think I'm going to sell off some of these potions. Definitely want to keep cure common disease. That will be very helpful later. Keep rising force, that'll be handy eventually. Alright, should be good. Oh, she's not gonna haggle. She looks like a very confident person. Alright, let's go back to Chaos Cosades.
Make it. My time is precious, so make it quick.
Where's the hillside? That's the temple up there. Can hear a cat somewhere off in the distance. A Morrowind cat, not a real cat.
Welcome.
Alright.
What may I do for you?
Alright, Chaos Cosades. Are you here to discuss your orders, Jim Maximus? Or is there something else you want? Yes, orders. And these are Sean's notes on the Neverend cult. Excellent. I'm promoting you to Blade's apprentice, J. Maximus. Now, give me some time to think how this fits in with the Emperor's plans for you. And I'd like to see you at a higher level of conditioning before I send you out again. So take some time to polish your skills and enhance your cover story with a little freelance adventuring. Then, when you're at the level of performance I want to see, I'll have new orders ready for you. I wonder what level he means. Neverine. Son Dunmer believed that an orphan, an outcast, a youth born on a certain day to uncertain parents, will one day unite all the tribes of the Dunmer, drive out the invaders of Morrowind, and re-establish the ancient laws and customs of the Dark Elven nations. They call this orphan and outcast the Nervarine, and say the Nervarine will be a reincarnation of the long-dead Dunmer general, and first counselor, Lord Indoril Nerevar. All right, and with that, that ends the episode of 3A. Until next time, farewell.